everyone, it's Jack and Sam from Cultaholic.com, back again with another predictions video. That's right, this Saturday is Wrestle Day 2019, because not only are we doing our Royal Quest live stream, but we're also going to be doing some pre-recorded reactions. That won't be a live stream, that'll just be us
standard
chilling out.
Record, cut out all the boring stuff, leaving all the funnies.
That'll be going out soon after the event, which is, of course, AEW's All Out. The next big one, the first big one, I guess, since Double or Nothing.
Yes.
There's 10 matches that have been announced so far, so we're going to run through those, and I guess if more are announced in the time being, we could just call them on the night. Depends what it is. We also have a lovely punishment for the loser as well. Neither of us are currently holding the Cultaholic Heavyweight Championship, but there will be a punishment, and it's got outdoor-based themes.
Well,
and of course,
it's all out, so all outdoors.
Outdoor-based stuff.
Yeah.
You can vote for that at patreon.com/Cultaholic. Sam, do you want to run through the three options?
Okay, so option one, the one that is definitely always going to win, outdoor chops.
Outdoor chops.
Yeah. Second, we have to, like, the person who loses has to do all of their videos outdoors for a week. They aren't allowed in the office to work for a week. So I don't know how you're going to manage that one.
We're going to annoy all the other officers in our area.
How do you even get a charge on that? Like, what are you going to do? And third, and this one is quite close to my heart, I guess. It's A Night in the Woods 2, the Revenge Boogaloo.
Because you were the star, I guess, of A Night in the Woods 1.
That's the one.
God. So yes, once again, to vote for those, you can head to patreon.com/Cultaholic. Now let's waste no further time and crack on with these predictions.
So first up, we have the 21-woman casino battle royale, because it's like Casino Royale, as you've just told me there, because I dropped that take.
But they're not. But they're not in a casino anymore.
No,
as
they're
you
not.
Said, no.
It's really confusing. The winner of this gets a title shot for the women's title on the first episode of TV, I believe.
Yes, I think so. I think it's on the first episode of TV, but we don't know yet where the other challenger comes from.
Right.
Which is a bit strange. So I guess we'll find that out in due course.
Yeah. Who have you got and why?
Well, we don't know. The problem here with this prediction is we don't know all of the women yet in this one. Not all have been announced, and I'm imagining they're going to keep some sneaky little mystery as well,
of course,
before the show itself. But we do know some big names. Jazz, Roddy Piper's daughter. We've got Eva Lise, and we've got some of the regular members of the roster as well. Brandy Rhodes.
Becky Lynch.
Not Becky Lynch. You've gone for the wrong side of the divide there. Sasha Banks. No. Ali. And my pick is one of those regular women as well, Dr. Britt Baker. I think that she has been one of the more heavily focused upon women in All Elite Wrestling, but I've seen, just on their social media and stuff, they seem to be suggesting that Ali could win, saying like, who will be the first women's champion? Could it be Ali? And I'm thinking, because they're doing that, she's not going to, and it's going to be like another big name in the women's division, and the next biggest name, in my opinion, so far, is Dr. Britt Baker. What about you?
I personally think Britt Baker is the standout star. She's the one waiting to happen. She's like, it's sort of like the mirror of Adam Page, the way they've been just catapulting him forward. I feel Britt Baker has done the exact same thing for the women's division. Yeah. And so it makes sense for her, in my mind, to win this match.
Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah. Wow, man, no one going to go for Flip Gordon this time? Just to sneak in a mask again? No, I think that might be a sensible pick, but it's hard to tell. It could be someone that we've never even considered. Next up, and we should have mentioned, of course, that Battle Royale is on the pre-show, and so is this match. It's a standard tag team match between the Private Party and the team of Angelico and Jack Evans. Who have you got and why?
I've gone for Private Party. They really stood out on their last pre-show appearance.
They were doing some nifty double team moves and some flips.
Yeah, they're exciting to watch. They're a really engaging team, and considering they work for All Elite Wrestling, Jim Cornette really likes one of them.
One of them, just the one. But yeah, he did. He was really complimentary about one of them. Can't remember which one it was. I'm going to have to agree with you and go for the Private Party as well. They've got the advantage, I guess, of being relatively unknown. I mean, I'd never heard of them before, All Elite Wrestling, and I guess they were kind of hot names in their local area. Right. But they really impressed a lot of people immediately on a big stage, and I think that they can only just grow and grow from here. There's no like previous stupid storylines or angles that they've been in that anyone really knows about.
It's just straight up.
Yeah, so I think them. I almost went for Angelico and Jack Evans just because they're a more established team with more established names. Yeah. And they've not won yet. I think they've been beaten every time they've appeared, and it might just be time to give them a win. But no, I went for the Private Party. I think that All Elite seem to be invested in them, and it seems like they might give them a push going forwards.
Next up, we have 6-man tag action. We have SCU up against Luchasaurus, Marko Stunt, and Jungle Boy. Who have you got, and why?
It's a tricky one, because even though everyone seems to be in love with Luchasaurus, especially Jen, our colleague here at Cultaholic,
she's really in love with Luchasaurus.
She really loves Luchasaurus, and everyone loves Jungle Boy as well, and Marko Stunt's also in the team. SCU are just kind of reliable. They can realistically win or lose like any match you put them in, so it's a really tricky one to predict. I think it's going to be a really fun match. I think it could be a really good one. But I'm just going to go for Luchasaurus, Marko Stunt, and Jungle Boy, and just hope that this, I guess, is the first match on the card.
Yeah.
Big babyface win, I suppose, and that would be a good way to kick things off. If not, I can see SCU picking up a win because they're really popular too. But I think it's time to kind of begin to pull the trigger on Luchasaurus and friends. What about you?
Well, I was gonna go for SCU because I thought if they get a horrible heel victory over 3 major fan favourites,
right,
then it can catapult that into a nice little feud and a long-term storyline. But I just think, as you said, I think this is going to open the card proper, and I think that a big babyface win is what people want. The other thing is as well, though, even though SCU, I guess, are heels because they slag off every town they go to, everyone loves them. So, and they're a member of the Elite, so it's like the extended Elite, I guess. So it's really hard to work out where they lie. This is a really tricky one, but we both agreed that we've gone for Luchasaurus. Nearly said Del Boy, Jungle Boy, and Marko Stunt. Del Boy. Imagine his gimmick was just...
Next up, singles action in the women's division, pitting Riho against Hikaru Shida. Shida hasn't been seen, I think, since Double or Nothing, where she picked up the win for her team in that 6-woman tag team match, but also on her team was Riho. So it's like the mega powers exploding once again. There's been very little build going into this one, so who have you got and why, I guess?
Simply because I was so impressed with the last performance. It's Hikaru Shida.
Okay.
Yeah.
We were there live.
Yeah.
She picked up the win.
Yeah, and the way she handles herself in the ring, the way she moves around, the aggression that comes out of her.
She was aggressive, yeah.
And I quite like the idea of Riho becoming sort of an underdog.
Yeah.
Who eventually gets to overcome.
Yeah, she's smaller. Yeah. I've gone for Riho. I think that basically, I've picked her every single time. So I don't want to break that streak anytime soon. Just going to continue going for Riho. She's got slightly more...
She's your Tony Nese.
Yes, she is my Tony Nese. She's kind of got a bit of more of a storyline in place, which I don't know if we're going to see resolved or not.
Right.
Because obviously at, I think it was Fyter Fest, she was in that triple threat match with Nyla Rose and Yuka Sakazaki, Ross's favourite.
Yeah.
Riho picked up the win and then got beaten up after the match, and then Yuka tried to help her and she shoved her down, and Yuka looked really sad. So is Riho going to turn? I can't work out what's going on, but just because she's got a bit more of a storyline in play, I'm going to go for Riho. But the problem with the storyline being in play is that you can further that storyline with a win or a loss.
Or you could just kill that story dead and move on.
I hope they don't. I hate loose ends. Tie up all those knots, please, AEW.
Next we have the Best Friends versus the Dark Order, and the winner of this match gets a bye in the tag team tournament. Jack, who have you got and why?
This is my most boring pick of all. Though the reason behind my pick is the most boring of all the picks I've made. I'm going for the Dark Order just because I'm falling back on old school wrestling convention in that the heel team should get the bye. But the only problem is, I thought that, and I was so confident about this prediction
I didn't even
first.
think of that, and now I'm like,
Don't worry, because I'm gonna give a counterpoint that might help you. I think that which sort of team would be hilarious in a bye week when they've got nothing to do but chill out on stage and make fun of the other teams in the ring? The Best Friends. So now I've thought of that prospect, I'm like, what do I do here? Why have you gone for the Best Friends?
Because I just love them so much.
Fair enough.
I just love them so much, and like you said, it'd be more traditional to have the heels go over, but I think you could do something interesting with them in that bye.
Yeah, they could.
It's quite a comprehensive tournament as it is. Just pushing them forward a bit. It means we can get some more of it out of the way, and then
Cheeky little bonus point. Is there any team you've got your eye on that you think are going to win the whole tournament?
I really don't know at this stage.
It's hard to tell, isn't it? I mean, assuming that all the tag teams we've seen so far are going to be in it, then you have to imagine the Bucks are the favourites. But there's been rumours of LAX.
It could be LAX.
I'd love to see that.
But then what about Lucha Brothers?
Yeah, could be the Lucha Brothers.
Then they could be AAA and, if they retain, it could be AAA and AEW.
Could be Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy.
Could be.
I think this tag team tournament's actually going to be quite good.
Could be David Arquette and Macaulay Culkin.
You've nailed it. There we go. David Arquette and Macaulay Culkin. Have they ever teamed before? And if they haven't, an indie promotion needs to. Next up, a 3-way Cracker Barrel clash.
Officially sponsored by Cracker Barrel.
Thank you, can't forget that. Not sure what it is, probably a hardcore match considering the men involved. It's a 3-way between Jimmy Havoc, Darby Allin, and the bad boy, Joey Janela. Sam, who have you gone for and why?
Jimmy Havoc. It feels to me, well, first off, it's Jimmy Havoc, and Jimmy, come on. I want Jimmy to win.
It's coming home.
Yeah,
England.
it's coming home.
Deathmatch wrestling is coming home.
But it feels like out of all 3 competitors, the one that they've been focusing and pushing the most in in terms of like social media stuff.
Okay.
And I don't know if this is just like a biased view in my own head, but like I feel like they're getting behind Jimmy more than they are the other two guys.
Yeah, okay.
So maybe this big win would be good for Jimmy.
I've taken the opposite approach to you there. Because yes, I don't know if it's just because like I pay more attention to his own social media, but I've seen a lot more of Jimmy cropping up in the promotion for stuff. But on the other hand, in storylines and in these events, I think the one who's been given the least attention in the ring is Jimmy Havoc. Darby had that draw with Cody, which got overshadowed by the whole Shawn Spears angle, but Darby took Cody to a draw, which is pretty big. And then Janella had that big match against Moxley. I think the only one left in the ring, in storyline, to have a big moment is Jimmy Havoc. So that's why I'm going to go for Jimmy. And I'm also going to make a cheeky little side prediction as well, not for points, not for the official contest.
We're going to debate this if I'm behind.
I think that Jimmy is going to turn viciously heel after the match and just wreck somebody's life.
He's always best when he's an arsehole.
He's so good when he's a heel, and I hope he does turn heel. And I hope we get a Blink 182 run in as well. 182. The Americans now are going to be like, it's 182. We say it wrong over here.
It's Blink 182.
It's 182. It's not, though.
Next up, we have Shawn Spears accompanied to the ring by Tully Blanchard. Against Cody Rhodes accompanied to the ring by We Don't Know Yet. Who have you got and why? Shawn
Spears, I think that Cody's been one of the highlights of AEW for me in ring so far, which I think would have been a bit of a surprise given that he's on a roster surrounded by mega workers like Omega and the Bucks and everyone. But Cody has been one of my favourite wrestlers in AEW after that match with his brother and the match with Darby Allin. I just think he's been absolutely killing it. But it's time for him to lose comprehensively to a horrible, horrible heel, and then he can get his revenge later on, or the storyline can develop further. But I think if you beat Shawn Spears now, then you've kind of killed this nice push you've engineered for him. And he's just got married, so you can't take that away from him. You can't have him lose so soon after his wedding day, or he'll go all CM Punk on your ass. Sam, who have you gone for and why?
I've gone for Shawn Spears. I like a good heel angle, and I like the fact they're bringing all the NWA business into it. I like that it's all dirty and horrible. That god-awful chair shot, I didn't like that, but like that added so much to the storyline. And I think that, if Cody is, just quickly beaten, he can go back and keep directing the show. Okay,
right. Also, I'm trying to think who will accompany Cody, because the way they've kept it a mystery, to me suggests that it's not going to be Brandy or DDP or someone who's accompanied him beforehand. I think it could be there's been rumours that it could be on another horseman to balance out the other horseman. But if it is on, what's a Rhodes doing bringing a horseman into a match to help him? He's going to get spine busted, Sam. He's going to get turned on. And if on costs Cody the match, then I think the 80s will all...
If he can still hit that spine buster, bring him back full time.
I think if that happens, then our sort of time-space continuum is going to get warped, and it will be the 80s again now.
I've said this on the news already. We all died in 2012.
Right.
The world is now the Matrix, and it's all tripping out, and it thinks it's 1996 because there was a bidding war over Tony Schiavone last week.
Yes.
A bidding war.
Well, it makes sense if we died in 2012 because I have no idea how we're doing this job. So yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Next up, it's the Young Bucks versus the Lucha Brothers, Pentagón and Fénix for the AAA Tag Team Championships, and it's an Escalera de la Muerte match, a ladder match, big old ladder match. This is going to be brutal and silly, I suppose, but who have you got and why?
I really wrestled with this one. I couldn't make up my mind. I just figured that since they've pretty much just got the belts back, I'm going to go with Lucha Brothers. But part of me thinks that at some point, if it wasn't this match, the Bucks are going to get the AAA belts and the Lucha Brothers are going to get the AEW belts. And there's going to be a big showdown for both. Yeah. So I think whoever ends up with these belts for the next sort of bit of time, the other team's going to get.
Then you think the Lucha Brothers, if that were true, then the Lucha Brothers would win the tag team tournament?
Yeah.
But you're banking on that not happening?
I'm banking on that not happening, which is, it's crazy. But I can just see in terms of sensible, instead of booking with my heart, because I always book with my heart and I always get it wrong. Sensible, straightforward booking. I think they've just pretty much got the belts back. Keep it on them.
I am going to go for the Young Bucks because I went against them at Double or Nothing and it really cost me and I felt foolish because it was the first big All Elite show. They are the Elite and they won, and I thought, how did I not see this coming?
They can't win on every show though, mate.
They can't win on every show. They won on the last show as well, but I'm going to go for them to win again. And my simple reasoning is that I just don't trust myself to pick against the Young Bucks. I think that also... I think that if they do win, and I'm right, the Lucha Brothers will get revenge somewhere down the line, but not yet. I think it's going to be a while until we see the Bucks lose.
Next up, we have Kenny Omega versus not Jon Moxley, but Pac.
Jordy Pac.
Big Adrian.
From Newcastle?
Yeah. Who you got mine?
Oh, man. It's so tricky.
Are you going to be a traitor?
Oh, God.
You're going to be a traitor, aren't you?
Well, I'm Canadian born and bred, mate. I'm gonna go for Kenny Omega.
Oh,
I know.
Absolute state of that.
My heart says Pac. I want Pac to win, obviously, but I'm gonna go for Kenny Omega purely just because he's a last-minute replacement. I think Kenny, as silly as it sounds, I think he's still regaining momentum after that big loss to Jericho, Double or Nothing. I think a win's important for him here, and then I don't know when we'll next see Pac. Details are murky. Details are very murky. Who have you gone for and why?
I've gone for Pac.
Oh, that's the much more. That's the much more swashbuckling choice.
Yeah,
there.
the much more passionate choice, isn't it? I think, you know, if Omega loses to Pac here, makes Pac look really strong. If Pac is going to come back, I don't think they will have brought him in without him maybe coming back and that all being arranged.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I don't think it hurts Kenny Omega too much to lose here, and then when Moxley's healthy, they can carry on with whatever they were going to do there.
Yeah, fair enough.
And it gives Pac a huge win over Omega, and then eventually down the road, he can be like, well, you never beat me.
Yeah.
And that'll be it.
And finally, the match to determine the first ever All Elite Wrestling Champion. It's going to be Chris Jericho versus Hangman Adam Page. Sam, who have you got and why?
You can't have an ex-WWE star, an ex-WWE World Champion, win the All Elite title on the first chance. You just can't have that happen. I think that just sends the wrong message. And I know that he's not WWE anymore. I know that, but I think it sends the wrong message. And it's going to be reported on a global scale. It's the first champion. I think they're going to need a new star. It's a bright future, new product, younger, more exciting. Adam Page.
I feel like we're in a weird position where no matter who wins this match, it's not going to be fully satisfying.
Yeah.
Because not everyone's got on board with Adam Page's push.
Yep.
And if Jericho wins, for the reasons that you said there, it's going to attract criticism as well.
Yeah.
I have quite dispassionately gone for Chris Jericho, just because I think that...
Canadian born and bred, aren't you?
First of all, because I'm Canadian born and bred. And secondly, can I change my pick to Bret Hart? No, first of all, because I'm Canadian born and bred.
He's already held the belt as Bret.
He has.
Yeah.
He has. He's the first defector back to WWE because he appeared on the SummerSlam show.
Oh, what?
To wish Rollins good luck, backstage. So Bret Hart has jumped ship. I think I'm going to go for Jericho just because... I just think it'll get them a lot of attention. And then the next sort of big babyface to beat Jericho, maybe Omega, maybe Page if he gets another chance, maybe Moxley, but whoever does then gets a huge boost from it. I don't know if I agree with that, but I think that's maybe what they'll do. But, it's a hard one to call.
Yeah.
So we've differed on quite a lot there. It's going to be a very exciting predictions contest and hopefully a very exciting wrestling show as well. Which match do you think is going to be match of the night?
It's hard not to say the ladder match.
It is, but it could be Omega and Pac. It could be Shawn Spears and Cody if it gets all storytelling.
It gets the three-way.
Could be the Cracker Barrel match sponsored by Cracker Barrel. The Cracker Barrel Clash sponsored by Cracker Barrel. Man,
Get your Cracker Barrel on.
Man, that's some good barrel. Don't forget to join us. It's not a live stream. You can join us for our Royal Quest live stream at 5:30 p.m. UK time that very same night. But then later on, we'll be watching All Out and recording our reactions, and then they'll go out shortly after the event. It's a big old weekend of wrestling, and it should be really fun, actually. It should be an exciting one. So don't forget to vote for those punishments at patreon.com/cultaholic and leave your predictions for a laugh as well in the comment section down below. Thanks very much for watching, and let us know what you think in the comments section down below. You can follow Cultaholic on Twitter at Cultaholic and on Facebook at facebook.com/Cultaholic. If you enjoy what we do, then please do check out our Patreon, patreon.com/Cultaholic, where you can pledge. And don't forget, of course, most importantly of all, to hit subscribe and to join us.